Welcome to the team, recruits. I'm Kristi Noem, head of Homeland Security.
Oh, she seems nice. Okay, very pretty.
A few years ago, I had to put my puppy down by shooting it in the face. Because sometimes doing what's important means doing what's hard.
Whoa, whoa!
Now we'll ask the same determination of you. Because detaining and questioning people is never easy.
Oh, God!
As the face of Homeland Security, I'll be leading the way. And together we'll make sure everyone is in this country legally. So let's get out there and get them, recruits. Together we can make it happen.
Holy hell, folks. South Park has done it again. No holds barred. And I wanted to start with that clip because Kristi Noem is a large part of this episode. But they came after everyone's lives in this video, from Kristi Noem especially, to Donald Trump again. JD Vance was featured there, and the whole B-plot was about Charlie Kirk. We're going to do a full quick episode recap / breakdown, so spoiler warning, if you want to skip that, just drop down to the time codes down below to skip ahead, because at the end, we're going to talk about the response from the people in the video, like JD Vance, Kristi Noem, the Department of Homeland Security, all of whom are just not getting the joke. And it's crazy because they're trying to combat this by saying that they don't care or like trying to embrace it, which we've already seen blow up in their face. But it's backfiring even more because people are pointing out like, hey, you do understand, right, that South Park was bringing awareness to the obvious issue Trump has with a convicted trafficker, right? You understand you're covering for a probably PDF file, right? So the title of the episode is Got a Nut, which is a double entendre, as this creator explains.
The title of the episode, Got a Nut, is a double entendre, obviously, because the whole episode's lesson is talking about men who have recently just completely sold their souls for the paycheck.
And the whole thing really starts with Mr. Mackey, the school counselor, getting fired by our Christian principal, who used to be PC principal, because the school just doesn't have enough money to fund useless things, as he says, like a school counselor. Mr. Mackey then goes to his financial advisor, who tells him that his nut is $8,000 a month, and he should probably consider joining the ICE. Mr. Mackey is hesitant at first, saying he's a counselor and he helps people. He would never work for ICE. But when he's offered a $50,000 bonus and a $100,000 starting salary, he jumps on board. He goes through this incredible training montage where he watches a recruitment video where they basically say, hey, we'll take anybody. If you're young, we don't care. If you're insane, we don't give a shit. If you're fat and lazy, come on over. We'll give you a shotgun. And I just love how timely and on the nose these guys are, because literally yesterday, Noem said there will be no age limit for patriotic Americans to join ICE law enforcement to help remove worst of the worst from the US. So of course, Mackey joins up reluctantly, and then he's shown a training video of how to join. He goes in for a physical and an orientation video. There is no physical. And the orientation video is exactly what we saw at the beginning. And every single time Kristi Noem is shown in this episode, one of two things is happening. She is either shooting a dog for no reason, or her face is falling off as a reference to all of these women on the right getting these like ridiculous facelifts and plastic surgeries. So Mackey goes on all of these ICE raids, and he's very reluctant, and he feels terrible, and he's apologizing to these people that he's rounding up, saying, I just wanted to help people. They go to a friggin' Dora Explorer Live. They're like, we're going where a bunch of bad people are gonna be. And they go to a show of Dora the Explorer, where Noem shoots another dog. Then she congratulates Mackey on a job well done. Her face begins to fall off, and then she has like a pit crew come in and help her fix her face so she can pose for some photo ops. Later in the episode, ICE invades heaven, and Kristi Noem tells them to only grab the brown one. She also shoots another dog in heaven. They literally ask these Latinos in heaven, like, hey, how did you get into heaven? Did you opt the gates? And then boom, she shoots another dog. And at this point, Mackey has reluctantly done so well as an ICE agent that he is invited to Mar-a-Lago, where we get this incredible introduction of JD Vance.
Relax, take your load off. Both. The plane is here from Immigration and Customs Enforcement. I know, stupid. Let's go.
Now, Trump and Vance dressed like this here is another reference.
And he does so well, they send him to Mar-a-Lago, where Donnie and JD are dressed up like the guys from Fantasy Island, where remember that show was like, you know, your wildest fantasies will be fulfilled at a very dark and twisted cost. And the whole place is designed to look like you know what island, to the point where there's people getting massaged everywhere by children.
And Mr. Mackey has a sudden change of heart. He has an awakening, and he's trying to escape Mar-a-Lago, that in this episode is continually portrayed as Jeffrey Epstein's island. You can see Dora massaging some old man there. But I won't spoil the full ending for you, and we'll just talk really quick about the B plot because it's incredible, and then we'll end with everybody's reaction.
This leads to Cartman basically playing catch-up with people like Clyde to adopt these debate bro tactics to try and stay relevant, even though Clyde has ripped Cartman's talking points and just repackaged them.
And also be sure to hashtag respect Clyde's authority. What?
So Clyde and Cartman are obviously parodying this specific type of debate bro, a tactic we've seen used pretty heavily for years now, and the episode does not really hold back when it comes to how it feels about these specific types of personalities and influencers. Clyde is basically hawking protein supplement to make money, and he fully states that the only reason he's even doing any of this is to make money, or the way he puts it, cause he's got a nut, which is about $60 a week, might I add. In his conversation with Mackey, he seems to have absolutely no real connection or belief in the ideology he's pushing. It's actually a pretty simple formula. Bring people on the podcast to debate, edit the content to be as incendiary as possible, meant to infuriate and divide, get eyeballs on that content through that division, and make money. And I'm sure you've come across this kind of debate bro content before on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Interestingly, they make Cartman the Charlie Kirk stand-in here, and I think that was pretty intentional. Charlie Kirk is another one of these right-wing political commentators, and while he does use debate bro tactics like this, he also absolutely believes in the ideology he peddles, just like Cartman does, so this is pretty fitting. But as usual, the show is not making Cartman out to be a good guy here, obviously. They fully spell out for the audience exactly what he's doing to find success in this format.
I have my arguments down rock solid. These young college girls are totally unprepared, so I can just destroy them and also edit out all the ones that actually argue back well.
I like that this season seems to really be leaning into a good mix of actual political commentary and like incredibly stupid juvenile humor. Obviously last week it felt like all of the Trump's tiny junk stuff was very intentionally trying to get a rise out of him, but this week the whole master debating bit was just clear juvenile wordplay, and I can't pretend it didn't make me laugh.
I'm sorry, Mom. You told me to go to sleep, but I started master debating again.
But here's the worst or best part, depending on how you look at it. We already saw Homeland Security try to take this episode before it came out and make it into something that was pro-ICE or pro-Homeland Security and try to embrace it, and that absolutely backfired on them. And now, J.D. Vance hasn't learned from that mistake and is doing exactly the same thing. Reacting to the brutal parody that skewered himself, Noem, Trump, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk did the same thing, made his profile picture, the picture of Cartman and him. It does not do him any service. It is not a good look in the episode for him. But these people either, and probably both, don't get it or are in so much denial and do not want to admit any of this that they're trying to wear it as a badge of honor. Like I said earlier, J.D. Vance saying, well, I finally made it. Another person saying you should have shared this screenshot instead, with Trump J.D. Vance trying to lure Mackey into having sex with Satan. This is probably the most accurate one. Well, I finally made it, wearing a happy face mask but crying behind it. Someone saying maybe you need to see the video.
Oh my God! I just want to go. This place is gross.
Would you like me to apply the baby oil to Satan's asshole, boss?
Okay.
I mean, this dude is just getting roasted in his own Twitter comments. Not that that's, ever a surprise. Buddy, we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you. This is JD pretending he's cool with it. Damn, that's crazy. Where are the Epstein? Oh my God. I mean, I'll just leave some of these up on the screen for you guys to enjoy here. But this is brutal. So yeah, I think it's fantastic that all of the people parodied in this episode are sitting here crying and pretending like they're okay with it. Maybe they haven't seen the episode, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It did come out very early over here. I was having trouble finding it myself. Maybe J.D. Vance doesn't pay for Paramount, who knows? But yeah, it is not a good look for anybody in this episode, and South Park has yet again done what seemingly nobody else can and absolutely trashed these people and made them look like morons and then ratioed them on their own social medias when they try to embrace it. And I think that is the key point here, because Donald Trump, for as long as he's been around, at least politically, has been like Kevlar, right? Nothing, everything bounces off of him, nothing sticks. It really seems like the guy is untouchable and can't be sunk. But now, that is South Park. South Park is the one that can't lose. All these people, Trump, Noem, Vance, keep trying to pretend that they're not mad about it or that it's not funny, or then when it, gets out of hand, they're like, oh, well, I've made it because I'm on South Park. But South Park's also a show that's irrelevant. And it's the double speak. It's the same double speak as the Epstein bullshit, and people aren't buying it. Twitter is a Nazi cesspool of right-wing sycophantic Trump dick suckers, and they are blowing up this guy's own post, memeing him to oblivion, telling him he's a crying bitch boy, and bringing up the Epstein files. I mean, I genuinely think this is a shift that we haven't seen before and we need to take advantage of. And this is something that we will talk about endlessly, and we already have been. So thank you to all of you who have been supporting us, who have joined the network in recent days, months, weeks. And we're going to do this for all of this season of South Park. Maybe not this exact way, but you guys obviously seem to like when we talk about South Park, and I love South Park. I grew up watching this show. I watched it with my dad all the time. So please let me know what you think about this. Did you like the recap? Would you prefer it to be shorter? Fully open to the feedback. But if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to help support independent media as well as South Park, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and what can hopefully be the one medium to actually make Trump so pathetic and weak that even MAGA starts to really turn on him and actually care about this Epstein shit, then by all means, drop a like, subscribe, share this video around, drop a comment so the algorithm pushes it out, help us grow this channel, help us grow this movement, and help us fight back with some hilarious satire. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I will see you all in the next one.